This is Michael Gerace, excuse me, this is Michael Gerace with Michelangelos Services Inc. It is October 18th, 2025. We're at 718 Pamala Wood Street, Thousand Oaks, California, performing a video waistline and sewer line inspection through a 3-inch ABS plastic waistline at the rear of the house. And it's just outside the kitchen. There's the kitchen area. And there's a hose right here, a hose bib, and then we have like a brick pad right here, about a 3-foot by 2-foot brick pad. And the ABS clean out is right in the middle. So we're going to clear our camera monitor. We're going to zero it out right here at the opening. So we're zeroed out. We're going to insert our camera down into the ABS plastic clean out. We kind of fleshed it out a little bit. We've run some water. Got a little bit of water in the line right here. And we have a little bit of debris, probably from the kitchen. We're going to go ahead and run some more water. Try and clean that camera lens a little bit better. This way we get a good clear view. We can also do that on the way back, but want to try and do it going out as well. Just run out a little ways and see if we can knock that debris loose. Shouldn't be a big deal, but just make it a whole lot easier for us to see what's going on. Our debris started right away. We got out to about 3-4 feet. We're almost out of the clean out now. Got a little bit of debris hanging right there. A lot of that debris is just in the clean out area pretty much, and as I said, should not pose an issue. We're going to go ahead and shut our water off now, and we're going to begin running out. So that's our tie-in, right? That was our tie-in. We had a fitting right there for the kitchen sink. Running out toward the front of the house. Have a little flat spot right here. Kind of holding water right there. And you have to keep in mind that the camera head is only less than 1 inch in diameter. So half of it would be a 1/2 inch where the lens is. Got a little bit of a flat spot right here. Not terrible, and there isn't that much of buildup considering that we do have that flat spot. And it's not that long. Anytime we have a belly or a flat spot that is more than 15 feet long, then we have issues. And again, we've got some more debris in here. This line could be flushed. Wouldn't hurt just to have it hydrojetted. Try and flush it a little bit more. Again, we do have some debris in here, primarily from the kitchen sink. I'm sure that's what it is. What we're going to do is we're going to push out, try and get past some of this debris, and then on the way back, when we're pulling back, we don't get the debris on the lens the way that we do when we're pushing out. Okay, so we're going to pause right here, shut our water off. Shut our water off. Let our water subside a little bit. We do have a fitting right here. We're going to try and push out to approximately 50-60 feet and see if we have a mainline sewer cleanout buried at the front of the house. Right here we have an inlet as well. It's on the right hand side. You can kind of see like there's a hole in the pipe, but that's not a hole, it's a fitting. We're going to continue to push out. Right now the water's draining down good. There's only a little tiny bit of water in there, and there's the debris. There isn't much debris here. You've got a little bit of debris stuck to the side of the pipe. You can see where it's kind of peeling right there on the left hand side about the 9 o'clock area. And somebody's running water now. Somebody probably flushed the toilet. There are other inspectors and people in the house. I'm going to pause for a moment and let this subside. Water is flowing, we can see that. We're going to let that water subside. Like I said, somebody is running water in the house. Sorry. No, I was brought up that way. Okay, we're going to continue running out now. The water has subsided. We've got a little bit of standing water again. The line's somewhat flat right there still, but not terrible. You can see it's been draining, and with ABS plastic, these little bellies are not much of anything, little flat spots. Now we're probably going to get more grade. Making a turn. Running out toward the front of the house. And we're still in ABS plastic pipe and fittings. Continue pushing out. And another inlet right here. Everything looks good so far. And we have more water running. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, the home inspector was running some water, so he's going to pause for a little bit so we can complete our inspection. We've got a little bit of water draining down still. Everything going good. We just push slow. Right here we got a little flat spot again. It's still draining. We can see the water's moving, but we do have a little bit of buildup. Okay, now we're underwater a little bit, but again, we do have water draining still. We're going to try and push out past this area, and when we pull back, then we'll be able to see a lot better. We'll be able to see what's going on. 73 feet, still kind of underwater right here. We can see the water turning. Okay, now we're coming out of the debris. Let me just pull back a little bit. Yeah, we got quite a bit of debris buildup right here. And that's probably because of the line being somewhat flat. We're going to run some water. Pause for a moment, run a lot of water, try and flush this out real well. Okay, we've located this area where the camera is. We're on the right-hand side of the house by the walk-in gate. We'll go ahead and push out a little bit. 77 feet now. Just going to push out to about maybe 85, 100, no, how about 100? And then we're going to shut the water down. Take a look. We'll go about 90 feet. We're going to locate this area. We're going to shut our water down for a minute. We're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we've located this area. We're about 15 feet from the transition to the city lateral, which the homeowner is responsible for, from their property line to the city sewer tie-in connection, which is usually by the manhole area. And we've got about 15 feet or so before we hit that transition, and then we've got probably another 15 feet or so before we get into the city sewer. We're going to continue to push out now, and coming up on a fitting. We're going to be making a drop. That's a fitting, so we're making a drop here. See, we're going downhill a little bit more. Making another turn, kind of leveling out a little bit. And there's our test tee right here. This is at the property line. And this is a tee that they plug this off when the sewer is installed. And then they fill the line up with water back to the house to test it to make sure that there's no leaks and no breaches. So this is the test tee, and then we're going to go into the city lateral, which is right here. This is our city lateral. We can't tell exactly what kind of pipe it is yet. It does look like it's concrete piping, and that's typical for this area. Concrete piping. We do have some issues generally with concrete piping, and as we generally see at 110 feet on the left-hand side, at about the 9 o'clock area, the piping is broken, and we'll mark this afterward on the way back, and it will be a little bit different because we're pushing out. The footage might be a few feet different because when we're pulling back, the cable is taut. It's very stiff and being pulled back straight. Right now it's kind of squiggly inside the line because it's flexible. But we do have a break right there in the concrete piping at 110 feet. You got it on the right hand side. You got a crack up by the more of a break down by the 8 o'clock area, and also about by the 4 o'clock area. So there's holes in the piping there, in the concrete piping. Let's see what the rest of it looks like out to the city sewer. City sewer should not be that far. Wasn't that long of a run. There's a manhole pretty close. We do have major hole and break here as well. At about 115 feet, you have holes in the piping. I'm going to pause for one moment. Okay, so we've got breaks. We've got a break here as well at about the 7 o'clock area at 115 feet. So we've got 5-foot lengths generally on the concrete piping. The piping itself doesn't look to be too bad. We got a little bit of debris going out again. So we're just going to run out into the city sewer and wash our camera off. and then we'll pull back. It'll be a lot easier to see. Right now we got a little bit of debris on the camera lens, harder to see it. Should be coming up on the city sewer here. This looks like a city sewer connection here. The concrete piping in this transition, it's hard to tell. Some of it could be debris right there on the right hand side. May not be cracked and broken, but very difficult to tell. Because that could be debris. May have an issue right there. Looks like we have a crack. We do have a crack right there in the concrete from what I can see. Got a couple cracks. I'm gonna try and push out faster if I can into the city. Making it difficult to try and get out there. So I'm gonna run some water. Gonna run water again and see if it'll help me push out. Get into the city sewer, and then we'll clean off our lens and start pulling back. Okay, we are in the city sewer now. I'm going to try and push down a little bit further. We do have a bad spot right there, and it's not letting us push out any further. I'm going to pause for a moment. Yeah, we can't get around. Our city sewer is right in front of us. We can't get around this fitting because of the break in that pipe or crack in the pipe, from what we can tell. We're going to pause for a moment and let the water subside. We're going to locate this area in the street. So we're going to pause again for a moment. Off! Okay, we are live now, and we're going to begin pulling back. We could not get past this point because of this fitting. We have an issue right in that fitting. You can see right there, it's broken right here. And that's why I'm hitting the face of that, which that shouldn't jut out like that. It's just a piece that's cracked and moved.
Yep.
And moved. This piece I'm not sure about. I can see a line here, but that could even be buildup. I'm not positive. You don't know until you get into it or you clean it. And we have a little something going on right here as well. You can see where this is sticking out. So that's probably a cracked section from what I can see. Now we pull back. I think it was about 115 feet or so on the camera monitor. And you'll see the joints in a moment. There's one joint. This one's nice and flush. I don't see any issues with that joint. Right here. On the left-hand side, see we got a nice little hole in it.
Oh yeah.
So it is leaking. It's
Yeah.
leaking into the ground, which isn't good. That's how we get sinkholes and everything else. So you got that, and looks like there's a separation or just cracking right there. And then I think it was the next joint, I believe. They're 5 foot lengths. I think it was at about 110. I had another one. Yeah. This piece, you got a hole there, and this piece is getting ready to go. I can see it where it's weak, and it looks like it's cracking up there. And got a little bit on this side too, but I've seen a lot worse. I've seen them where you got pieces the size of my fist that are just gone.
Yeah. Okay.
The rest of it, well, not a lot for the rest of it.
Okay.
Then it transitions to the ABS plastic, and that's backed by that brick ribbon that I showed you.
Okay.
Coming back in about 10-15 feet onto the property.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So it's really going from just the brick to the street.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's about 20 feet altogether.
And then if we were to replace it, we'd have to dig into the asphalt.
Yeah. Yeah. What we try to do is we pothole it. Where I put that pink dot, I would dig a hole right there. I would dig a hole over by where the brick ribbon is, and I would pull a trenchless lateral, a brand new lateral through there. And this piping it's a poly rubber blend. This stuff is so flexible that we've actually put it 20 feet down, made a 90-degree turn with it, and gone into the house 400 feet, and then it'll settle down. It has a memory. This way you don't have to dig up the whole area. You dig up the whole area, now it's more expensive even. If we can, if the city lets us do it. Sometimes they want us to trench it. Not often. I don't know why they want us to trench it. It doesn't make sense because we do this all over the place.
Yeah.
So.
Well, my next question. So if it is the asphalt, you have to get.
Turn on my video while I'm pulling back. All of this looks good. So there's no issues with the ABS plastic. Thank God there's no issues with anything under the slab.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of them broken, even the plastic under the slabs. I had one in Hidden Hills the other day. They had to tear up their whole kitchen that they just put in to replace it.
That's a shame.
But this is fine. Thank God. They're really good. You don't get a lot of them that are broken with plastic.
Yeah.
Few and far between. But it's better this way. At least we can see it.
So the
you're
ABS
good.
is is that what you call it?
ABS
That-
is
that's
strong.
really
ABS
strong.
plastic
Yeah.
is strong. The poly piping that we put in the street
Yeah.
is even stronger.
Okay.
That's all fused together at 500 degrees. It's melted, it becomes one piece. ABS plastic, all these joints are glued together. So sometimes guys don't glue them as good, then you have they come apart. But everything here looks good. I didn't see any issues except a couple flat spots where it's kind of holding water a little tiny bit. Which with plastic, not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's smooth, it's going to wash through. If I get a 15-20 foot gully where it's full of water, then I generally have an issue because it's stopping paper, causing stoppages, but everything is pretty good there.
Okay. Good.
Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to pull back,
Awesome.
and you'll get a copy of the video too, so
Great.
we'll email this to you.
Great.
So if you want to watch it with a little popcorn,
Yeah.
okay.
I might do that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, we're pulling back. Those joints appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. A little bit of, tiny bit of debris in the line. Probably hasn't been used a lot lately, and maybe people are using the bathrooms and not flushing out with a tub or a shower. I just flushed it out, running the shower, and now there's some buildup in there. You can see that on the side, but a lot of it has been washed through. And if you're using a wash machine, you're using the shower daily, whatever you're using, it's going to push through. This could be cleaned if you wanted to clean it a little bit, but I don't even know that that's a necessity. The ABS plastic appears to be in fairly decent condition. Those joints look good. That inlet looks good. I did look around on the side of the house. Didn't see any clean outs. This comes out the right-hand side of the house. Another turn, coming back toward the clean out. You know, we just rinsed the line out a little bit. Another fitting, another inlet. We're going to locate. We're just going to locate this area real quick. Going to pause for a moment. Okay, we located this area, and this area is just inside the house. That's the first fitting, excuse me, next to the house, and that is an inlet. And there's another one coming from the downstairs bathroom and coming from the upstairs bathrooms as well. Making another turn. I'm going to pause for one moment. And that will conclude our video sewer inspection. I'm going to pause for a moment.